All right, we're underway. Cool. So let's see. What do we have? You guys should see my screen here. Got the Avi levels up on the SPY, and once again today, I don't see anything. No setup for now. Um, it is in a messy area in between inside of yesterday's action. Um, but no setup for a breakout. It could easily break out going up, but no setup. Definitely not looking for a setup to the downside because overall these lows are getting higher. But really, you want it, tight consolidation before the breakout today, which I don't see. So for now, it's going to be a matter of sit and wait, sit out the open, see what happens later. And let's look at the news. What's happening today?
Hey, Avi, can you take a look at Qs after?
Yeah, sure. Just real quick, gonna look at the news here. We have 10 a.m. Fed Muslim speech. Yeah, it's probably nothing. That's at 10 a.m. 1:15, some other speech. 2:34. Okay, it's nothing really worth paying attention to on the news. All right, so Qs. Let's have a look. All right, what do we have? What do you see on the Qs? I think it's slightly better than the SPY as far as consolidating below the level with these higher lows. I don't see it as ideal, but definitely better. As far as the setup is concerned for a breakout, better. If you are going to take that breakout, watch that overhead resistance. You got yesterday's high right there before you pop into the next level. It makes sense. It's there. It's not ideal, but it's there. Much better than the SPY. But that's the only thing I see. I don't see anything else downside. And of course, I wouldn't trade it inside the range. It's a mess. Just avoid it over there. Yeah.
And NVIDIA maybe is at the highest of the all-time high.
Is it? Is this all-time high now still? Yeah, looks like it. So all-time high was breached yesterday and just now again in the pre-market. A new all-time high. So this one actually looks like a decent setup, consolidating before the breakout. And these lows are getting higher. A minor kind of ascending wedge here. So that makes sense. Best setup seen so far today. And let's see, you have, this is where measured moves really matter because you don't have anything to the left. You don't know how far it can go. So this is where I like measured moves. And the other things you can look at are liquidity. So 165 probably has liquidity. I used to trade liquidity in situations like this. Man, it looks all right. Looks all right. Again, I'd wait for a breakout and then catch the retest. So the 1 minute chart, let it go, come back and bounce. When it bounces, that's when you take it. You want to avoid the breakout because you get a lot of false breakouts and you have to take a wide stop. NVIDIA looks all right, yeah. Good catch on that.
There's a big order at 165. I hope that it's going to hit before the market open and see whether what's going to happen because 165.
Yeah. Let's see. It's probably going to jump straight to it when the market opens if it doesn't do it before the market opens.
The case is that AMD jumped before pre-market open at the pre-market open. I'm not sure whether it's NVIDIA. Look at the 30 minutes. Look at that.
AMD did jump up. But again, you're looking at correlations, and typically I don't like to look at correlations. They confuse me. But if that makes sense to you, okay, go with it. So
no, it's not. It's not. I'm just trying to see whether if all the excite is over, and then I'm not sure whether NVIDIA is going to have it or not. I'm not saying that because AMD is jumped, NVIDIA is going to. I'm just trying to see whether if the excitement is over or not. So I'm just.
So the easy way, the 80-20 way to figure that out is to let it go. As in let it go, break out, let it run, and catch it if it bounces again, if it retests. If the retest happens, all these questions you have will be answered. And
True.
You just have to wait for that.
True.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. Cool.
So for now, NVIDIA and Qs maybe.
So far from what I see, yeah. What do we got here? Alexander, someone tell me how can make Avinacci levels to show price of the level. Ah, yes. Ziad, you're in here. This is a Ziad question. He can tell you all about that.
Hi, Avi.
Hey, Ziad, how you doing?
Tell me, somebody's asking about the levels.
About
Just
how?
write it. Hello and go. That's it.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm done explaining these levels, so I'm gonna leave it on you.
I thought you're going to change the method. So,
Yeah, I mean, there's a million ideas in my head, but for now, this is good.
okay. So tell me what the question.
Question is these on the y-axis here, I've got the numbers showing
Mm.
that highlighted with the level. How do you get the numbers to show to be highlighted like that? Is
You,
what he's
you,
asking.
you mean the yellow to different color?
Yeah, is that Alexander? Is that your question? You just have the lines. You wanted to show the numbers. Yeah, you wanted to highlight the number.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't have the price. Okay, so Alexander's asking. He doesn't have the price at all. He wants it actually to highlight the price, even just show the price. For some reason,
Oh, that's a different question. How come you don't have the price?
Alexander, are you using the script that we have here, the script that Ziad gave us? Are you using those Fibonacci lines which we reconfigured? There's two different ways we've been doing it over here. You're using the script, okay. All right.
Okay.
So let's get through the open. And Alexander, I think as we will find a little bit of free time in the session, bring it up a little later. And then we got Ziad in here and all of us in here. We can work through it. Does that make sense?
Sure. Yeah. Or can private message me? I can help you, no problem.
There you go. Yeah, or you can private message Ziad as well. It's good if you do it here also because then everyone gets the insight.
No problem. Okay.
Yeah. Cool. Thanks, guys. Okay, a couple minutes to the open. You know what? I'll just put SPY on this chart just to keep an eye on it. Something will happen today. It's just, I don't know, but not at the open. Not for me, at least. So let's watch. What do we want to watch today? NVIDIA. AMD's already made its
Qs.
Qs. All right, let's watch Qs. Yeah, because these are decent setups. These are actually quite decent. So we got the setup here. We know we're looking at breakouts. NVIDIA looks better than the Qs. Even no overhead resistance. So let's see what this is going to be very interesting. Watch the Qs. Watch them on the 1 minute. So once you have the setup on a 30-minute, that's when I go to the 1 minute. And so that's what I'm doing here with these tickers. And watch for it. Wait for it. Look at that. Already jumped. NVIDIA. Let's see if it smashes into 165 before the open. What makes it interesting, if it's a genuine breakout before the open, then you're just waiting for the retest after the open. So you get a trade earlier than usual. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Still have 2 minutes to go. No, Alexander, it's all good. We'll work through it here. Just let's get through the open, maybe 15 minutes, 30 minutes, and things will be slow. And then it's a good thing to bring up because a lot of people have the same question. So we can go through it, and this is all recorded, so it'll be useful. RAF, yeah, we're using DAS, yeah. Well, Alexander's using DAS, right? Yeah. Cool. All right. So NVIDIA, you see that messing around with the breakout area. What does a 30-minute look like? See, on a 30-minute chart, it's just a false breakout. Nothing unusual so far. And the Qs look like the breakout may be happening. What you want is the low of this 30-minute candle. It's going to close in less than a minute. You want this to close about where it is, really. It doesn't make a new low or deeper low than the previous candle. That's important. And then it'll be okay. Cool. Anyways, things always get jumpy at the open, so don't get too excited. Let it go. Wait for it. And the opportunities always come. The market is a gold mine, remember? Yeah, Alexander, AMD already ran. So, you know what? We can just watch it on this chart here. And There's no setup on it. It's gone. Raju, no, we did not look at PLTR yet. We'll look at it soon enough. Here we go. So no setup on AMD. The setups are on Qs and NVIDIA. And so far, NVIDIA is a bit of a mess. Yeah. Just got to wait for it. Watch the Qs. Watch the Qs. There it goes. 557 breakthrough. That's it. That's the breakout. You can see exactly what happened there, right? It dropped and it got bought up so fast. The momentum happened very quickly. It's like in 10 seconds that happens. And NVIDIA is no longer a good setup for the breakout. That ascending wedge is not valid, so no setup. We see how fast that happened on the Qs. You got to really be careful with this stuff. So I don't like trading the open. It's fast, and then it, again, you can see it goes the other way so fast. All you ever get out of this is a scalp. And there's bigger money to be made when you go slower. You really wait for it. So NVIDIA's a no-go. AMD's messing around after a big run-up in the pre-market. I bet it's far off from the VWAP still. There you go. Q's messing around as well. All right, everything's a bit of a mess.
Except Tesla.
Tesla, oh no. We have to look at that again? All right, let's look at it. NVIDIA's a no-go. Let's watch this. What do we have? Tesla. Okay, yeah, it ran up. Again, all this is happening without setups. Things move without your setup, let it go. For me, there's no setup on any of this stuff. I don't see a setup here before the market opened. Like that 1 minute ORB would have been outstanding on Tesla if you guys like trading that stuff. Same thing on AMD if you like trading that stuff. But again, those are all scalping strategies. Something I avoid these days. What's interesting with Tesla, the 1 minute ORB happened exactly at the Fibonacci level. That 302.30. Isn't that something? That's an overlap. Pretty cool. The Qs are going nowhere. But now's where you don't enter, right? It's extended from, if you're doing the scalping stuff, it's far off from the VWAP or the 9 EMA. You want it to be close to those indicators when you are entering these scalping trades, these ORB kind of trades. So wait for it to come back and bounce off one of those moving averages. Ideally the VWAP. And then you have an opportunity for along the second leg up. This pie is a great big mess as well. All right. Tesla, what do we see? What do you got here, Rahman? You're asking 303.50 valid on Tesla, 303.50. Well, not to my eyes. That's not a retest. It's not retesting anything. It's just in the middle of the chart. Unless you have an indicator there. Do you have a moving average there that you trust? The VWAP, the 9 EMA that it's bouncing off of? Not the way I trade. It's not there. It's not even there on a 30-minute chart. Firstly, I look at the 30-minute chart and there's no setup. So there's no entry. All right, 2 days ago high. If that's what you believe in, okay, then it makes sense. So that would be here. Let's put that on the chart. So if you trade off of those levels, something like that, the highs and lows of the last couple of days. So you have Tesla broke out and so far holding above the high of a couple of days ago. Now, I do not trade off of these levels, but so far it's okay. It's holding there, but you got to be careful because it's make sure if you're entering around here, you want to make sure again that it's close to these moving averages because this is still very much scalping territory. And look overhead, you're getting all these wicks on the top, right? The wicks are getting heavier. So massive selling. If you're doing all this stuff, I avoid all this stuff. For me, it's very simple. It's got that level there and it hit that level. It's resisting very firmly. So forget about it. So that's why I don't touch any of this stuff. These levels tell me whatever I need to know without looking at previous days levels or moving averages or anything else. Just makes life easier. You avoid most of the chop. It's pretty choppy right now. Yeah, you're in trading view. Yeah, you're working with the different variables on trading view. Something else completely. All right, what do we have? AMD going in between levels. Again, I don't see much anywhere on as far as setups go. Nvidia would have been also 1 minute ORB going down, but that would have been complicated. So it really dropped first. If you're able to catch that short again, if you guys are really trading this ORB stuff, remember, if you are really good at it, I mean really good, you're gonna make 2R. You're gonna average out 2R. You gotta ask yourself, is that worth it? I realized over the years that's not worth it for me. So that's why I don't touch this stuff anymore. You gotta be super fast about it. You need about 10 different indicators. And you gotta have a lot of experience just to be able to read this stuff. Personally, there's better ways to make money, or easier ways to make money. Tesla now put in these couple of hammers. The bullish activity seems to be coming in now. Take a look at that. There it goes. Break high of day. Just about. Made a new high. Let's see if it holds. We can see just the candlesticks will tell you that. It went up, got indecisive, then it got in a bearish candle, then another indecision candle, and then this bullish hammer. And both these hammers had some room to the left. And then the new 1 minute high, just as it happened about 30 seconds ago. And it pushed into a new high, which is all bullish. So now is the entry, or now meaning 30 seconds ago was the entry. See how fast this stuff is? It's just it's just too much trouble. I prefer going slow. Let's see, what do we got here? Yeah, I think Satch, are you in here? You were working on a script for TradingView, right? If you want to share that. And what are we? Alkis, what's up? Looking for PLTR with NVIDIA? All right, let's look at PLTR. What are you doing with PLTR? Again, all this exotic stuff you guys love so much. All right, PLTR. So what do we have? 30-minute chart setups, decent. Let me think. Zoom out a bit. Went bullish, consolidated right there. Not an ascending wedge, but still looks good. Again, I wouldn't trade it just because I'm really firm about waiting for that type of consolidation. But again, you have this consolidation leading to a breakout on a 30-minute perspective. On a 1 minute, yeah, it would have been difficult to trade. It would have been chopped up once or twice if you entered early and then catch that. And it probably has been jumpy. It's still jumpy. Look at that. You can see where it's tough. You see the red line moving on my chart? The red line is moving, and then the candlestick takes a minute to catch up, or a couple of seconds to catch up. When I see stuff like that, it's too jumpy, it's too volatile, it's too messy. Maybe my internet's too slow, but when I see it this way, it's too jumpy and it's not worth it. It's not worth the risk. The spread is too high and it's likely to stop you out and wick you out and mess with you. So no, when it behaves like this, even if the setup's perfect, if it starts to behave like this, there's no way I want to touch it. Again, there's easier ways.
Thank you, Avi. Thank you very much. I agree. It's too jumpy and too unpredictable right now.
Yeah. Take it easy. Unless you really need an adrenaline kick, go play with this stuff. But I don't feel the need for that stuff. All right, what's the SPY into? The SPY, a whole lot of nothing. No setup, no trade. But there is something interesting here. A 30-minute perspective on the SPY. I'm watching these lows, these last couple of candles. So far, they're getting higher. This candle hasn't closed yet, obviously. But if that continues and it forms a top up there, then we have that ascending wedge. So maybe an hour or 2 hours from now, there'll be a breakout that could be worth it. And if there is, Then you have firm resistance for right here, that overnight high over there. Whoops, this damn thing keeps happening. Where is it? Right there, which is pretty much aligned with the high a few days ago. So I'd be watchful of that area. Let's see, this could take a while to set up, but if it sets up, it could be good. We'll find out. What happened with Tesla? Look at that. Thing just went the other way, huh? Or went to the next level. Fun stuff. So Tesla consolidation. Yeah. If you waited for the hammer like we were talking a few minutes ago and then entered that new high, you never would have been tested. It would have always been in your favor. It's the nice thing about waiting for perfect setups, you know, really good setups. I wait for this kind of setup on a 30-minute. That's how I get these win rates. Or these, that's how I get the confidence to put on big size. If you have imperfect setups, then you're always going to struggle, right? Just wait for it. And then if it doesn't work, that's fine. At least you did the right thing. So NVIDIA is still no good. Let's look at this. So it broke all-time high yesterday. False breakout so far today. It's only so far. Here's what's interesting. Just look at the chart here. Look at NVIDIA. Just go to the left, and you can see this area of chop where it got stuck yesterday for most of the day, around 163. If it gets there, it's likely to stay there. Now, it's been kind of messing around in that zone just in the recent past. This is not where you want to touch it. It's just telling you once it gets there, it likes to stay there. That's where you look to the left. You get these insights. You don't want to play with this thing. Just leave it alone and wait. This is really strange. I haven't taken a day trade in like 3 weeks, it feels like. I don't know what I'm going to do if a setup comes. So an unusual experience. That's a good thing. It's all good. Rahman, you want Apple, all right? What's happening with Apple? Well, it's moving up. Again, without a setup that I like. Moving up, let's see. Let's go to the 1 minute. Oh, man. Why would you look at this? If anything, wait for it to break the high. I mean, you're looking at an ORB. See the high on the 1 minute candle right there? If you like ORB stuff, you got the low. I'd put the low about there somewhere. Oh, come on. This chart always does this. Where is it? Here. Yeah, about there somewhere. So you got the opening range, right? Let's get rid of these lines. These green lines here. That's basically the opening range. So far, it's pushing up here. You might want to catch a breakout there if it happens. But as of right now, it's a mess. Right in here, it's a great big mess, right? Look at that. Every candle overlapping each other, wicks on both sides. This thing wants to hurt you. That's the only setup I see potentially. But seriously, it's, again, not something I like to look at. Look at a 30-minute chart. And it's in an area of a lot of trouble. Oddly enough, if it does break out here, you have this high of yesterday. That could be an interesting area going up into the 213 area. Yeah, that's the next area of resistance. A line right there. Oh man, what happens here? Every time I click on it, it moves. So that's a potential if you get the break, 211 to 213 approximately. But again, these are just lines I put on the chart. I don't trust them. Yeah, momentum trading. This would be momentum trading. As far as the bigger picture trading is concerned, I don't see it. And yeah, look at this choppy, terrible disaster. It's not worth it. But NVIDIA, on the other hand, seems to want to wake up a little bit. So here's another thing to think about. It's where did it go? It closed down there yesterday. It opened up here. So it's a gap up, not a major gap, but a gap up. And what's interesting is it sold off at first. And then when it goes back up and reclaims its opening price, that's the fallen angel setup. For something that gaps up, something that's heavily in play, high R-vol, those fallen angels make sense if you're into such things. So around 163.40 or so, that break. But again, all of this is scalping stuff, if you like such things. Mark, you take it easy, man. Don't get too excited. Shit, man. Take it easy.
Mark's lasted only 20 trades so far.
Shit.
Chasing my guy.
Oh my God. No more coffee for this boy. What do we got here, Raymond? One of the modules, the traumatic levels, can use highs and lows. Those levels measure equal distance from there. Yeah, so Raymond, I've used those levels in the past. I never used measured moves with those levels. I've never tried that. But previous days highs, previous days lows, those are easy to use levels. You know what they are. They don't move. They're not subjective. So they're very useful. I've moved away from them in the last, 6 months or so into these levels. I'm using them on the SPY, and I find them more reliable. But that's just because of the way I trade these days. But again, nothing wrong with those levels, previous days levels. Just make sure. Okay, so when I was using them with the level 2. So a lot of times my targets would be where there's big liquidity along with a big round number. If I'd go long from, let's say, previous day's high or something like that. Right. So yeah, nothing wrong with that. You can use that. But if you're curious about measured moves with those levels, I've never tested that. Ask Lovepreet about back testing. Give him $10, he'll back test it for you.
I'll do it for free.
Yeah. Yeah, it's something I've never tried. So take a look.
I've started a new session after taking notes from the previous ones. I've just completed one with 100 trades. I'm starting a new one. I found that longer retests don't work as good as the smaller ones. For example, the one on Apple, I would consider that as a longer retest as compared to the one on Amazon or Fibonacci levels.
All right, let's hold on. Let's put it on. What do you mean by longer retest? You mean it went quite a distance and then come back?
Yes. So if it goes half the way and then comes back for the retest, it doesn't work as good as the smaller ones. So if you put Fibonacci levels on the Amazon and then go to 1 minute chart.
Okay. Yes.
It's the tight version.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's exactly what you were typing up yesterday. Yeah. That's really cool. That's really good insight.
See, so the Apple, even now, the Apple is not working, whereas the Amazon one is working.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The Apple is coming back, and the Amazon is going into the direction.
That's really good. Yeah. Well, you gotta understand when the move is done, then it's done. As in, forget about retesting. It's not gonna retest. That's the whole concept. And that's cool. You actually found statistics on that. That's great. I've been using that without statistics. I just figured, okay, the move is done, so don't touch it. That's cool. You actually tested it. Nice. Makes a lot of sense.
I did like that short on Amazon, but I was looking for the retest, but the Fibonacci levels are like 50 cents in between each other, so RVR is almost not there.
Yeah, it's tough with Amazon. These levels. It should tell you when the levels are too close together. It basically tells you don't touch it or delete a level, but that is dangerous.
Sometimes I take 2 legs. For example, on Amazon, the first leg is from 220 to 40, 38 to 221.12. So it comes with one leg, and another leg would be of the same distance.
Just extending the range double. Just about.
Just skipping a level, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes good sense. Okay, real quick, while we have it here on the screen, anyone want to know, or anyone want to tell us why Tesla rejected 307.65? Come on. Gotta have some fun.
Because they couldn't buy 307.66.
Okay. We're getting creative now. I love it. This is perfect. Look at that. Straight to the level and reject and put in a lower high and went down from there. It's just, it's great. I'm going to change the colors of these lines. And then we have to get some real answers. Oh, it rejected because the line is blue. That's going to be next. Ryan, where are you? You're in an airplane? Look at this guy. Can't hear you. You're
Can't hear you. Yeah.
My video's on? Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I was seeing what you guys were doing. Yeah, I'm going to Mexico right now. So I got a wedding. You guys making some money or what?
Well,
Negative Ghost Rider.
Oh, man. You never sit in one place, do you? You're always moving around.
Yeah, I can't sit still. I got problems.
It's all right.
How you doing? Did you take a trade today? I jumped in yesterday. I saw you didn't do anything, right?
No trades this week so far. Even so far today, there's nothing.
Yeah, I've hardly been trading at all either. I've just been taking a little break.
Take a break. Take a break when you need it.
I got a really good Tesla trade last week though.
Nice.
Big 5-figure one. You probably remember the day that did, yeah. Rising ball up on a Brown's trades.
All right. Good.
What are you looking at today? SPY as always.
SPY. It's just a SPY for me, but we're looking at all kinds of stuff. But nothing happening on the SPY.
What was that?
Yeah, just a SPY, and there's nothing happening on it. It's just sitting there. I'll wait till later today or tomorrow until it sets up properly, and then we'll put on the size. Cool. So here's the thing, guys. Look at Apple. Very interesting. Looking at levels, we picked up this green line as basically the 1 minute candlestick on today's action, but just going to the left a little bit. Let's get rid of these. On the 30-minute chart, it's not too complicated to figure this out. You can see the high about there, another high about there. It's very dramatic. Just going back the last couple of days, you can see these highs. Every time it got into that zone, about 211.20, it's rejected firmly, very firmly. So that's why I would put a level. If you're picking levels by yourself without any automatic levels, this is how you do it. Just look for major dramatic areas. You have it down here as well. Look at this. See that? Because every time it came down there, it just kept bouncing. You can see here, it broke out, bounced off, and it's firm bounce. It came down, firm bounce, failed to break down, firm bounce, firm bounce. Finally, when it did break down, it went really big. But that's a key level, 208 to 80-ish, around about 209. So this is how you pick levels. You want to pick these big dramatic levels. You don't want to just kind of be so minute about it, then it's a mess. And you basically end up over trading. So when you're doing levels, make it big. And this one worked easily today on Apple. 211.20 here, right there. All right, Amazon down to that level there. Lovepreet, did you take Amazon short?
Nope.
No? Yeah, okay, yeah. No one did, huh? What are we looking at, guys? You guys both all looking at PLTR? Let's have a look.
No, the last 2-minute candle had a lot of consolidation underneath the level. I was looking for the breakout retest, but as soon as I typed that, it just went down to the level under. That's why I said PLTR long idea dead.
Yeah.
It's not there anymore.
This thing's a mess. Just don't play with it. It's still jumpy. I mean, again, just watching the red line, just watching that for 10 seconds or 30 seconds will tell you all you need to know. It's pretty jumpy. No matter what the setup is, if it's jumpy, there's too much risk. So
I'd be okay with it being jumpy to the long side. At least there's some room up above. But yeah, I don't want to be jumpy underneath.
yeah. Well, when it's jumpy, the thing is it could smash into your stop, right? Unnecessarily. And then you end up over trading it. It's hard to put on the tight stop and the big size and get the good RVR with the big size when it's jumpy like this. So I'm always making sure that it's stable before I put on any sort of trade. One of those little things, but it makes a big difference.
I have been experimenting a little bit with these. We'll call it the one level outside of the 8 a.m. candles and just like fade back into the middle of the range, just giving that extra RVR cushion because you're looking for a reversal. PLTR, if you wanted to take that reversal back, you wouldn't get it at the Avenacci level. You could get it right in the middle of the range. Yeah, 145 would have been your rejection. Just a nice, easy kind of Thor-style fade trade.
All right. So what are you basing it on then? Are you just going into the middle of the range and then shorting it, or based on liquidity or something? Or
well, this wouldn't have been the setup for it. I'm just saying the idea of taking the fade on the one level outside of the original range and then fading back to the middle, kind of what we've been doing lately anyway. Not necessarily a V reversal, but just like mild trend up, consolidation, and fall back to where we came from.
Okay.
Yeah, no setup, but the idea is there.
I see it. Cool. Test it. See if it works. See if it's consistent.
Yeah, I'd really want to see like that double top that you like, where it shoots up, tries to go for it again, and then just fades down. That's the setup.
Yeah. Now those, you see them a lot on the 1 minute, but they're not reliable. A lot of fake outs. But the 5 minute is interesting for those double tops. I traded a lot of those on the 5 minute chart when I used it. You'll find them quite often. You get good RVR on those. So something to look at if you're interested in double tops and double bottoms. They're pretty reliable. So the SPY, now I was thinking it may be setting up, but it's not happening. You can see the low got lower during this opening candle so far, lower than the previous couple of candles. So there's no ascending wedge on this that would set up for a very good breakout. Now it's just a disaster. So well, just sit and wait. Maybe in a few hours something else might show up. But nothing there for now. Put that in the right place. There we go. Man, things feel really slow, huh? Must be summer. Summer trading. What do we got here? Ramon, you're saying NVIDIA drop. Oh yeah, look at that. Well, here's another, what's the guy's name? Fuck, I can't believe I forgot it. Wyckoff, another Wyckoff thing. When you have a false breakout, expect a breakout on the other side, a genuine breakout. So this would make sense. Again, I don't trade these false breakouts and stuff. I wait for other things, but that's what he talks about. False breakout on one side of the range, you get a genuine breakout on the other side. So go into the 1 minute, you have that false breakout before the market opened. Sure enough, so far it's broken out down there. But again, I don't trust these unless there's a good tight consolidation and then go to the breakout. Sure enough, this one's coming back already. Wait for the retest. But even here, I wouldn't take the retest, even if it does, because the first thing I want to see is a consolidation before the breakout, which hasn't happened here. So there's no way I would look at it. Well, there he goes right back in for now. So anyways, there's lots of momentum on NVIDIA. Again, for you momentum traders, you have a big old reverse ABCD. You may get a second leg down from here. This is all if you're trading the 1 minute chart. If you're trading momentum, you're scalping, you're doing all that stuff, and you enjoy being stressed out, then yeah, go for it. It's not for me. It's another lovely sunset here in Dubai. Look at that.
What kind of temperatures you got right now, Avi?
Oh, above 40 Celsius, probably 44, 45 regularly. I was out on the motorcycle an hour ago, and it was hot.
That's like, I was going to say, what is that, like 110 Fahrenheit, something like that?
Probably 110, 115, something like that. And it's really hot. And the humidity is supposed to be about 70, 80% these days. But so far this month, it hasn't been that bad.
It's brutal.
It is. Yeah, it's hot. It's still hot. it's really, but I just had to get a motorcycle ride in. Just had to.
Oh, dude, I hated that. I mean, I live in the high desert. It doesn't get as hot as you guys get, but that hot air blowing on your face at 50 miles an hour.
It's hot. It's like sandblast your face.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh my God.
Oh man.
Yeah, getting peppered with sand or getting peppered with bugs. I'm not sure which is worse.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, they both suck.
In the Midwest, you hit a June bug going 60 miles an hour, it'll knock your face.
Yeah, I'm sure. Big ones.
Yeah, it'll hit you hard.
Yeah, I used to live in
One
Colorado.
One day I was cruising down the road. I had my mask on my helmet up, and it was just a beautiful day. And do you guys know what a mud dauber is? A mud dauber is like it's like a wasp, but it's like, I don't know, 3 inches long. They're gigantic and mean as hell. And I actually was on my motorcycle, and at the last split second, I saw that sucker going right at my face, and it went right into my face mask. And I got so lucky because it wedged itself between the pads, your ear pads. It wedged itself, but I'm doing like 70 miles an hour, and I can hear that thing going in my helmet. I couldn't stop fast enough and get that stupid helmet off, man. It scared the shit out of me. It was hilarious.
Good adventures, huh? Here, guys, on NVIDIA real quick, we have looks like a retest. So it did break down through the level, and so far it's holding below. It keeps rejecting the level. But here's the other thing I don't like. It keeps bumping into the level. The more it bumps into the level, the more likely it is to go through it. At the same time, it's making lower highs. So it's rather confusing, right? But at the same time, what 100% keeps me away from all this is there's no consolidation, a tight one before the breakout. So
yeah, I was going to say that if the consolidation happened just above the level, then now it was going for the breakout. It was a good setup to take, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep, exactly. Yeah, it's that consolidation. That's the first prerequisite, and it has to, even within the consolidation, I'm always looking for a quality consolidation, a good one, not just anyone. So it may still go, it may not go, whatever, but unless you don't have it, you don't have something you can trust. So things to watch for. At least these are the things I look for. That's why on the SPY, there's nothing. I won't even look at the 1 minute chart on the SPY until the 30 minutes sets up. Which for now, it's been 3 days of watching this thing and no trading. Let's see. Maybe we'll get a trade in August at some point. We'll see. Alexander, you want to talk about the levels and the issue you were having with the numbers, since things are generally kind of messy right now anyway? Not much to talk about with the markets. Ziad, you in here? You want to do that?
Yeah, Avi. Yeah, sure. Let him share the screen. Let's look at if you want to.
Yeah. Alexander, are you in here still? You want to share your screen and ask your questions? We could get through it.
I accidentally end my day big green because I took 8 times my position. That was scary, but I'm done with it. That was messed up, but it's a good green day.
Okay. Walk away from it. Walk away with it.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened, but it was like wild. Yeah.
Be careful. My goodness. Be careful.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, in your journal, you mark that down as a bad trade, but a green trade. You know how those things are.
Yeah. That was not a comfortable position to have. No.
All righty. Rest, recover, come back fresh.
Better yet, go load up FIFA, get all that nerve and anxiety out.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell happened. Like I guess I pressed it too many times that I was like long 80 contracts on Apple. I was like, God damn, no. But it worked.
Careful,
Yeah,
my goodness.
that was scary.
There you go, guys. NVIDIA is moving, but again, without an ideal setup. It has setup, but not an ideal one. No consolidation. Here's a tricky one too. NVIDIA all-time high and gapped up. Who the hell would short this? Any scalper trying to short this would be very nervous. Be trying to get out quick just because you're looking for those.
Sorry, I shorted it.
Yeah, fair enough.
My bad, dude. It was not a good trade for me, but I'm in it, and I've got 3 contracts left, and I'm set a stop at break even, and I'm kicking myself in the ass. I'm still going to put this down as a loss. This is not a good trade, but
put it down. Put it down as a trade where you broke the rules and maybe green, but the rules broken.
Yeah, it was a bad trade for me for sure. I didn't wait for enough consolidation.
Category 4 trade. That's what they call it, bootcamp, right?
Yeah. Category 4 trade.
Yeah.
So also what's interesting, like we were saying, it's all-time high, gapped up, so you'd struggle to really think of it as a short. And there's a couple other things that would make me very nervous about a short. Is this high that it made, a new all-time high before the market opened, which is higher, of course, than yesterday's high. That's all bullish activity. And just because it dropped from there doesn't mean it was a good setup. And here's another one that's interesting. Look at the chart here. We were talking earlier, around 163, it got choppy and messy. Let's just put that area on the chart and see what it is. Right about here, this green, within these green lines, it was messy. And it just exited that area now. Now is when you might think it might clean up. But anyways, this whole zone, you don't want to touch it. And also being at all-time high, the buyers are going to be there at some point, somewhere. They're going to buy this thing up. So there's a lot of interesting things going on here. Generally speaking, all you scalpers, you want it to gap up and then ORB up. That's a general idea when you have a high conviction setup. Anyways, lots of things to look at here. Very interesting. All right, Alexander, where are you, man? You cannot make your screen share work. Okay. Ziad, do you want to do it? You want to share your screen and go through how this all works with the script and stuff?
What is it? So, Alex, can you explain exactly what do you have? I mean, what's your problem? So we get direct to it.
Yeah.
Are you there?
Oh, you there, Alexander? We can get through it now. We got time. There's nothing going on in the markets. Okay. There he goes. Yeah, he's got the
price on the side like Avi has in yellow. Okay. So okay, but still you have prices on the chart, right? There is prices anyway. Yes, I have prices. All right. Okay. All right, that's interesting. I don't know how to replicate that.
mean, I don't want to.
Okay, let me give you an advice. Try to make a normal line, like with the drawing tool, right? Just draw a normal line. Do you have the price marked on the y-axis or not? Like horizontal, right? When I make a normal line, price showing yes. All right. Yeah, please send a screenshot. Let me have a look at it. That will be better because I don't know really what's the problem.
Cool.
Yeah, look at it in Discord.
Awesome. Thanks, Ziad.
Okay.
Cool. All right, what's going on here? Huh? NVIDIA, look at that. Getting messy in this area. Just watch this thing. It's careful. Gotta be careful with it. Tesla did something interesting. If you like to look at structure on a 1-minute chart, you had a breakout from the pre-market chop or consolidation. And then it bounced off of that same area on this long. Again, I don't trust these things on a 1-minute chart, but these are the things you look for as far as structure is concerned. Consolidation, breakout, retest. Of course, there's much more, many more details to it. The 30-minute, still nothing. It went and it came down and it's going again. So nothing on it.
Thank you guys for everything. Sorry to set the bad example today, Avi. I'm going to shut it down. That kind of messed with me a little bit. So I'm going to get back to turkeys and briskets and reset for a better day tomorrow.
All right, man. No worries. Take it easy, man. Take it easy.
All right, let her go.
See you, Dustin.
Microsoft is setting up for a short.
Ooh, Microsoft. All right. What's going on here? 30-minute chart.
30 and 1-minute chart.
Let's go to the 1 minute.
And there you go.
Consolidation on the 1 minute, a nice little descending wedge kind of idea, breakout just happening.
Yeah. The thing with Microsoft is it gives you so many fake outs before actually breaking out.
Yes, it does. It's a lot like Meta and Google. Very hard to trade these on a regular basis.
I think I know what Alexander's problem is. He needs to change the color of his boxes. He's got it white on white. The background color, you can see the big gap on the price on the right side. He's got both of those as white.
There you go. That's a good observation. I see it here. You got that, Alexander? Yeah. Take it. That might be.
Yeah, that's right.
Cool. Yeah, it happens. That's a symptom of you play around with the charts too much and you end up with something like this. I've had that before. I had pink candlesticks at one point thinking it'll make my trading better. Just I was in a losing streak. I'm like, what the hell? That wasn't the answer.
Oh yeah, I'm totally used to all this. People not knowing what they're touching, and you're like, well, it didn't look like that yesterday. What happened? Like, oh, well, I touched this and this. Oh, so we did touch something. Okay, yeah.
Yep.
Is it Friday yet?
Hey, Kismet, welcome back.
How are you?
I'm okay. I'm alive. I'm here. All good.
Had a nice vacation?
Yes, thank you. It was good. Good to take time off, Always good.
Yeah, after a successful quarter.
Yeah, it's been good. But burnout hits,
Every quarter.
Every quarter. I might change that now. Go every 6 months instead of every quarter. Just keep the momentum flowing,
Too much fun.
Yeah, I was having too much fun. Now I don't even remember how to trade. I was like, what? That's so long ago. But yes, we had fun on vacation.
So you're coming to Toronto in September?
Who said that?
Just
Toronto?
asking.
Oh my god! Oh, I just arrived and back home. Oh my god.
Your plans just changed.
Oh man, yeah, you guys are like fixing my travel schedule, huh? Everyone here. We got
Maybe hanging around with you might help us to get the same quarters.
well, there's many things that go into it, but yeah, it's great. We have a lot of people trying to meet up. We have a few meeting up in Florida, I think next week or next 2 weeks. And we're likely doing something in Amsterdam on the 10th of August. I still got to confirm that.
Wow.
And now the last couple of days, you guys have been talking about Toronto as well. So fun.
Whereabouts in Florida?
I don't know. I'm not involved in this. Just take a look at the meetups chat channel that we got here.
Okay.
There's a few people in there, and they're all in Florida. So trying to make it work.
AMD looks good, but I don't know.
AMD. Well, yeah, that Microsoft setup was pretty good on a 1 minute. The descending wedge breakout. Wait for the retest. So far, it hasn't happened. So that one's okay. AMD, it's a mess. It was a mess earlier. It's still a mess. Bouncing off a level, very hard to trust, you know. See, when it's going, if you're going long off the level down here, you're going back into where it's been choppy and messy. So the most likely thing is that it's going to be choppy and messy, which will mess with your heart rate while you're in this trade. And I prefer easy trades, you know. I'd rather not go and deal with chop and then have to take partials and then wonder why I took it off so early and all that stuff. You just don't want to deal with it. Let it go. There'll be easier ones. Easier ways to make money. Just wait for it. What am I missing here in the chat? We got... What do we got? We got... Satch, you've been an Apple. Apple. All right, let's look at Apple. What happened with Apple? Oh my gosh.
Well, it is setting up for another breakout to the upside. The thing
Apple?
is, it's already broke out, and by the time it will go break at the previous high, the RVR will not be there.
Yeah, there's no... Yeah. And overall, I mean, just looking at these candlesticks, it's a disaster. It's just so difficult. There's no fun to it. It's not pretty.
Maybe you put the levels on 1 minute chart.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, I did that. Let's put them on the... Thank you. 30-minute chart. There we go. Thanks.
1 minute.
And yeah, there it is. Okay, I see it. Yeah, then it breaks the high and then it goes. Got it. Yeah, and the RVR won't even be there. But yeah, overall, still the candlesticks are such a disaster. It's hard to trust. And you get this high above the 1 minute stuff. Yeah. But anyway, Satch, you're holding this. Good for you, man. If you're able to do this, that's great. Personally, I avoid these things. SPY still going nowhere. What else we got? Yeah. Qs, Ramus, what are you looking at? Qs. Let's see. Qs was a good setup earlier when we were looking at it before the market opened, but it didn't happen. And then it just went down. So let's see, on a 30-minute, what is it? Yeah, so it went from top to down, but no setup on it. There's no setup. Just because it moved doesn't mean there was a setup and now you have to build a strategy on it. There's nothing here. Things move all the time without a setup. All the time.
Avi, if you look at the 5-minute chart of Qs, isn't that like your hammer setup like 10 minutes ago? Yeah, right there.
Yeah. Anyone want to answer that? Why is this a good or not?
Is it in the middle of the range? Is that the issue? It's not quite at the level?
It's just after the big red candle.
There's that too, yeah.
Yeah, right after big red candle. It's not happening at a level. And really, you want the wick to be about 3 times as big as the body. This, I don't know what it is, but you just want it to be much bigger than a small body. It's just not there.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. Can't trust it. Just gotta let it go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Apple is trying to make the new high. Pushing.
Yeah, just popped up, made a momentary new high. Let's see. So that is a bullish indication. Let's see. Watch that Microsoft retest. Could be happening. But again, that's just a 1 minute chart thing. I don't see
I was
anything.
thinking about the same thing on Microsoft. It gives you like a nice starting point, and then it comes back and stops you out, and then goes into your direction. It's just too unfaithful.
Unfaithful. I like that. You gotta stay in the house more often, man. Unfaithful. Yeah, that's hard to trust. It's very hard to trust. Anyways, to make it really simple, on a 30-minute chart, no good setup, so let it go. There's no good setup on a 30-minute. That tells you pretty much everything you need to know. You don't need to think too much more about it. Let's see, what do we got? 10 more minutes, guys. Let me know what you want to discuss. I haven't taken a trade yet. Let's see if something sets up on the SPY later. Otherwise, I'll come back tomorrow and do it again. What do we have here? R3. Rema, what are you looking at? R3? Oh, Apple. Okay. Overhead somewhere. Wins Harami bar on Apple. Yeah, well, we discussed it. Not in the right place. Oh, sorry, that was the Qs. Dan, what you got? Qs bounced off of previous day's low. Is that right? Qs. Previous day's low. All right, let's look at it. Previous day's low was right about there. Yeah, bounced approximately off it. So if you like trading these levels, that's one way to do things. I used to do that. So you'd have previous day's low right there, and you'd wait for the Qs to get into it, and catching a reversal. Again, no setup for the reversal for me, because see, it did put in this hammer, which is like the kind of hammer you want to see, and it did it after consolidation candles, which is what you want to see, but there's no room to the left on the wick on the hammer. It happened in the same place as the indecision candle. You want the wick to be down there. You know, you want it to be having room to the left. You know, there's new buyers in the market pushing it up. That's when I would trust it. That's on the 1 minute. Let's see on the 5 minute. If you're trading on the 5 minute, you can't trade it because it's happened after a giant candle. So you cannot trust it. Is there any time frame where it makes sense? Not on the 2 minute either, because it's just indecision. So yeah, cannot trust it. Of course, I just wait for the 30. The 30 minutes just, yeah, it's too big to even look at. So nothing there. Raf, what you got? NVIDIA, PDC. NVIDIA. PDC, previous day's close. Yeah, right about there, sitting there, huh? But man, NVIDIA's just, yeah, PDC, fair enough. It's chopping around PDC, which is, it just chopped around that whole area yesterday and it closed right in the middle of it. And now it's just there. You see that? It's just there. If you like PDC, well, you know, it's just messing with PDC right now.
Did anybody catch that short on Avi's ex-girlfriend?
Oh, God. Well, you got to say it like that.
Going for friends' ex is never the best idea.
It's okay. I don't give a shit.
Anybody dating Avi's ex-girlfriend?
Oh, my God, damn it. It's not Friday yet, man. One more day. Meta. I still remember her name. Meta. Oh my gosh. Well, that's a hell of a short. Really went, huh? Let's see. So it was long yesterday, and I don't know how you would pick the short on a 30-minute. I don't see any setup. Yeah, wow, really dropped. Yeah, this is very hard to trade. Moving around, but yeah, when it moves and you're in the right direction, it's amazing. Like Microsoft, same thing, and Google. These things are tricky to trade, but when you get it, it's big. What are you looking at, Alexander? Consolidation, Tesla. Tesla. Let's see. What's your question here? Consolidation Tesla's doing at the level. Oh, sorry, PLTR consolidation, not Tesla. All right. It's a mess. I mean, it's just sitting there, right? It's choppy, choppy, choppy. Look where it is right now, right where it bounced off last couple of times. So it may just bounce up. No, this time made a new low. Okay. But could you predict it? Could you confidently take a position short somewhere during this consolidation and then catch this little drop that's happening right now? Nah, not this kind of price action. There's consolidations and then there's high quality consolidations, right? I'm always looking for a good quality one. And especially if you're looking on a 1 minute chart, oh my gosh, you get faked out a million times. So be careful with that stuff. This is momentum trading. If you're able to read momentum and scalp it and you were interested in those things, okay. Again, I used to do those things. I won't do it anymore. You'd really need the moving averages. You'd need the tape. You'd need the level 2. You need the volume bars. You need to get all those things aligned. And then you can scalp and make 2R maybe. So I'm not a big fan of trading like that anymore.
I see a lot of my trades fail when the price action is chopping right at the level on both sides versus being above or below it, being more determined by it.
Yep. There you go. If it's not respecting the level, you can't use the level. And I take it one level deeper and I say it's got to respect the level on a 30-minute time frame. Then I'll trust it. So that's, really being really strict about it before you put any risk on. So, yeah, this down here at the 30-minute, I mean, there's nothing to even look at.
That is the hardest part of this whole process, just understanding your 30-minute and having that conviction.
Yep. It takes patience. Got to sit there and wait and wait and wait. There's been weeks where I've taken one trade in a week. So far this week, not even a single trade. And, well, there's been months where I just like, you know what, I don't want to look at it even. So, but it's worth it. It's worth it because when you get in with conviction. And then it's okay if you stop out. You can re-enter if the setup is still there. And then, you stop out 2 or 3 times and you get one to work. And it's fantastic. It's huge. So you can do that. And you don't have to stress out about 20 trades a day or something. What do we got here? Talking about Apple. Oh, there we go. Same thing as PLTR, just doing the other way, right? Great, big, messy, choppy price action and then break. Now tell me, can you catch this? How do you catch it? Bounce off the 9 EMA, perhaps? Did it do all that? Maybe. Where would you enter? Would you put your stop? Would you be scalping it now, getting most of it out by now? These are the things you would have to consider if you're trading this. There's many traders who do that. But again, I just stopped doing it. All right. Sach, you're still in it? When did you get in? You were in from like an hour ago, right? Or something. And Rayman, where did you get in? You got in at the break. Nice, Sach. It's amazing you hold through all that. Good for you, man. I feel like I've been through this stuff way too many times. I don't want to put myself through it again. All this kind of price action, so I just stay out of it. Such 210.35. Yeah, you got in way early somehow. Great job. And it never really tested your stop or your break even. Just keeps going. Nice. Yes, you took the stop and you got big back in on the VWAP bounce. All right, Ramon, you got the VWAP bounce. There you go. So you're using VWAP. And that makes sense if you want to trade stuff like this. All right, guys, last minute or so here. And I'll be in the BBT webinar room in about 30 minutes from now. I'll go open it up in 20 minutes. So come on in. The usual thing. We'll get in there. Hopefully catch a trade. Otherwise, there's plenty of questions to be answered. I would love for you guys to come in and help me answer those questions. That'd be great. Because it's mostly what are these levels? Shit again. So come on in and have some fun.
What to do?
All the fun stuff. All right, guys, 10:30. Let's shut this one down. Come on into the BBT room, and then we have Shane's webinar at noon in here. So I'll put the link out in our Discord for Shane's webinar, and that'll be at noon. So busy morning. Let's get to it. Keep it green, guys. It's been fun as always.
Thank you, Avi.
Thank you.
Sure. Talk to y'all in a bit. Yes.